It literally, it does get old, like you said, because literally every day, it's not like it's an overwhelmingly like 50% 50% shot where you get a call and they're like, yeah, white male, or you know what I mean?
In Albany, New York, a policeman is about to show you his true colors.
Oh, my buddy's just in the scanner, and they said he texted 1 time to go, they're like, hey, is the suspect ever a white male? And I go, no. And it's like, I know what someone threw me to say, not to he says I sincerely don't, because, bro, they're the worst race.
Albany officer David Haupt said black people are the worst bleeping race on body cam footage.
And you can't deny, like, over the last X amount of months, they are, and you know, because we work, they are getting worse and worse. Mm-hmm. They're getting worse, and people are defending them.
So Haupt appears to think black people marching in the streets sparked by an officer killing a defenseless black person in broad daylight and demanding police not brutalize them for simply being black is an insane notion. Haupt in this body cam video seems to show his disdain for officer accountability because, hey, the going is good when there's a lack of oversight and punishment, when bending the badge to get away with whatever they please. It is the latest example of which there are plenty, no matter the precinct or city. What officers say when they believe the cameras are not rolling. It's astonishing yet simultaneously unsurprising.
We have cops that are murdering people. We have cops in the SFPD that are blatantly racist. And those issues need to be addressed.
The video was brought to the attention of the higher-ups after a clerk who was routinely monitoring the body cam footage saw that exchange and immediately sent it to the Albany DA's office as part of the new discovery laws. You can see Officer Haupt's quotes here. To make these comments and then be tasked to serve the community is a clear violation. Officers that show racial bias should never ever wear a badge, but this is the status quo across this country. The calls for defunding grow louder by the day when instances like these occur. After Albany Police Chief Eric Hawkins announced Haupt was being terminated, the Times Union requested a copy of his personnel and disciplinary file. Such police files were previously considered confidential until last year, when Andrew Cuomo signed a bill repealing the statute that ensured the records remained secret. To say Officer Haupt was incompetent is an understatement. On one occasion, he was sent to investigate after someone called 911 but never got out of his vehicle. Another time, he refused to take a report from a resident and lied about the circumstances around it. Haupt, who remained suspended with pay under the police officers' union contract, at the time at least, is fighting to get his job back. Neither he nor his attorneys could be reached for immediate comment, which is just another can of worms that honestly we should open.
The training has to change in the police force. The unions have to be taken down in the police force.
Around the country, police unions have played a decisive role in shaping department policies and shielding bad cops from accountability, experts say. Campaign Zero, a criminal justice reform advocacy group, show how police union contracts block officer accountability in each and every city. There are 6 steps to this, and this remains a huge barrier for rogue officers to remain rogue. Often negotiated behind closed doors, contracts in some cases are approved by local politicians whose campaigns have been bankrolled by the same unions they're dealing with, reports CNN. One example is one New York City union has spent more than $1 million on state and local races since 2014 in cities across the country. Police officers are some of the most difficult government employees to fire thanks to favorable contract provisions negotiated by local unions. Stephen Rushin, a Loyola University Chicago law professor who studies police contracts, analyzed more than 650 police union contracts around the country, and found in a 2019 paper that more than 2/3 of the contracts forced police departments to go through an appeals process when they wanted to fire or discipline officers, placing the final decisions in the hands of arbitrators selected in part by the local police union or the aggrieved officer.